Hello everybody, this is Madiha reporting love from Bali, and today I wanted to tackle one of the biggest questions asked by women here on the channel, which is, how do I make a man fall in love with me? How do I make men fall in love with me? It's a good question because as a woman, one of our deepest needs is to be in a fulfilling relationship, to be in balance with the feminine and masculine within us and outside of us, and to be in love. It's a frequency of love that we seek, and therefore want to be able to bring ourselves to the point where we can live that in our lives. And so I totally understand where that question is coming from. And yet, what I wanted to speak about today is really getting to the core of that question, how you can actually get the right man to fall in love with you, and what calling in the one really is all about. Which brings me to the first point. The first point I wanted to share is, stop trying to get men to fall in love with you. Stop trying to make men fall in love with you, because if you're trying, it means you're lacking. If you're constantly seeking the thing, it means you don't have it. And the frequency of lack, the frequency of want, the frequency of I don't have that, of pining, of desiring to the point where you're desiring that thing that's so far away from you, then you are embodying the frequency of that thing staying away from you. So it's really important, if you want to start attracting the right person into your life, to stop trying to attract the right person into your life. And trying means pushing. It's like you're out there. It's more that masculine energy of I need to go out there and learn the right things and do the right things and dress up in the right way and speak in the right way. Just stop trying. Have your own life. Have your own social life. Have your own goals. Have your own kind of path in life that you're moving towards, embodying. More of your passions coming out. More of your expression coming out. More of your pains and your traumas healing, because most of us are seeking a man to fulfill all that our fathers did not fulfill, which is the need for attention and love and care and protection that we did not receive as children. So most people are operating from that wounded place, seeking, searching, wanting, lacking. And the moment you operate from that place, excuse me, you are not going to be attracting the man that you are seeking, which is a more balanced and awakened man. Right? Because if you're here, you're an awakened woman, you're seeking an awakened man. And that man is not going to be finding you or tuning in with you if you are operating from lack. So number one, make sure to stop searching outwardly and tune in more to an inward search for yourself, for your authenticity, for your expression, for your purpose, for your core, for your frequency, for your magic, for your love, for your offering, for your service. Because the more you become you, then your frequency will attract the person who will be attracted to you. And here's a little secret many of you don't know. I met Ihab at a sacred song event I was hosting. It was something I'd been doing for a while in Amman, and one of our common friends said, "Hey Ihab, come and check out this thing, it's really cool." And I was in my life, in my path, in my journey, and my person showed up. So be in your path, be in your light work. And that's the first step that I wanted to invite you into. Number two, the universe loves to play the game of hide and seek. The divine loves to play games of hide and seek. My arm is getting tired, so I need to either move. Number two, the universe loves playing hide and seek. The divine loves playing hide and seek, revealing itself and then hiding itself. Showing some of its beauty and then hiding some of its beauty. And this is a very important one for people out there seeking love, seeking partnership, seeking connection, seeking attraction. And of course, all of these are different. So I'll do another video about how love, attraction, romance, all of these are very different things. But if you're seeking men in general, you're seeking some kind of attention from the masculine. And therefore, that polarity is driven through the game of hide and seek. If you're all out there, if you've shared everything from day one, moment one, and there's nothing more to learn, there's nothing more to discover, there's nothing more to curiously explore, then that person is not going to be so interested because you've kind of put yourself all on the table. Now, the beautiful thing with conscious relationships is that you're not playing the game of hide and seek. You don't want to play a game of like manipulating another person's energy, but rather you just want to be self-aware how much you're putting out, at what level in this relationship game. Are you putting a foot out, a leg out, a hand out? In Taoism, they have practice called the 7 veils that I learned from my good friend Hira. And she tells me how this 7-layer thing shows a process where layer by layer, day by day, or week by week, if you're doing a layer a week, you are revealing one more layer. Maybe at first it's just a hand, and then it's your neck. Or maybe it's not physical, maybe it's what you share about yourself, what you share and what you hide. So don't go out there and be like, hello, I am Madiha and I would like to get married next week. That's a bit too much information. That's a bit too much information. You wanna feel into the energy of hide and seek. Again, not to manipulate, but to tune in to the energy of give and take, to the polarity, the play, the seduction. Because eventually the game between men and women, the polarity between men and women, is a bit about this seduction of energies. This seduction of energies. Now, I'm not going to go too much deep into this because this is just a 10-minute video, but I just wanted to share some of the really important points that I've noticed in women seeking other men where things go off board. When they go and put all their fruits on the table, of course the man's not going to be interested because he already got all the fruits. He got all the fruits. So how are you putting a foot and then back? And again, this is not just physical. This is physical, emotional, spiritual, right? So how can you tune into the rhythm of this romance, this person you're attracted to or seeking or calling in by playing the game of hide and seek? Or like I said, not playing it, but tuning into what this energetic dynamic would mean for you. Beautiful. I hope that landed. Now, number 3 is to learn more about polarities, to learn more about masculine and feminine energies. And when you're around a person you would like the attention of, if they are in their masculine, then how can you lean more into your feminine? How can you lean more into your surrendered state? Because men love that. I used to be a very I'm a woman who doesn't need a man and I'm going to be always in my strength and this and that. And you know what? There's a part of me that is truly that, authentically. And I discovered there's another part that loves to melt into the arms of my man. There's another part that loves to soften. There's another part that loves to take off the suit at the end of the day after working and just become more of my feminine self, more of my energetic, embodied, ecstatic self. So when you're with him, when you're with this man whose attention, energy, and love you seek, can you lean a bit more into your feminine? And here's the little view of our beautiful house. All right, so that's number 2. Number 3, can you surprise him with your masculine? Can you surprise him when in the right time you actually step into your leadership? You step into your power. You step more into your vision, your purpose. Because no conscious man wants a woman who's only in her feminine. She's just floating through life, dancing all day. If you're a conscious man, you seek a woman also in her purpose, who is awake. And so it's important also to have a dose of your masculine being online. Not online on the web, but online as in activated. In the right time, in the right place. So when is the right time for you? That's for you to discover. Right? So that's tip number 4. Now, tip number 5, it's quite a simple one. Stop seeking the attention of men as a species, right? You don't want the attention of men as a species. You want to create connection with one man. One man will change your whole reality, the right man. And so instead of thinking, how am I going to be the most attractive person that will attract all the men of the world? Because that's one of the shadows of the feminine. We love to seduce the whole world. We love to be told by the whole world that we are the most beautiful of all. Again, we're allowed. That's allowed to be there, but it's a shadow. It's not the operating system we want to be living through or operating from. So I see that shadow, but I leave it aside And instead, I'm going to be tuning in with, actually, who's the one man that I want to connect with? Where would I see him? What kind of communities he would be in or with or engaging through? What kind of place in the world he'd be living in? So instead of focusing on men, how am I going to find men? How do I make men fall in love with me? Tune in with the man. The man. And the most beautiful thing is the man you're seeking is already there. He's alive, he's living his life, he's living his purpose. Even energetically, right now, if you want to close your eyes, you can sense him. Here, we can do it together. Just take a deep breath. Feel him. You can do that anytime. So, the beautiful thing is that there's nothing you have to push, to do, to become in order to have the man fall in love with you. All you have to become is more of yourself. And that is a really relieving thing. That is a really beautiful insight. That is a really liberating truth. You don't have to be anybody but yourself. But that in of itself is a quest to find yourself, to create yourself, to liberate yourself of all the boxes you've put yourself into. And for most women, that is the challenge. Now, I know that challenge because I've been there. And that's why I created the Awakened Woman Initiation, my yearly offering where I gather women, powerful women from the Arab world, to go through a deep process of liberation, of initiation, of learning, of accessing our core truths and authenticity and beauty as women. And this is a process I am so proud and honored to be guiding women through year after year after year. The results have been incredible, phenomenal, transformative, and I'm so happy to be inviting you today to sign up for my free masterclass this Saturday where we'll be starting to explore some of these energies. And if it calls for you, register for the initiation. If it doesn't, then you will get the value just from the masterclass. And I hope this video also was useful for you because eventually I'm just here to offer what I've learned through my own journey. Where I was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and where I am today are two very different places. And I would not have been able to get here if I hadn't had access to these key pieces of information, of experience, of initiation, of wisdom. And that's all I'm here to share with you. I hope you received at least one snippet of wisdom today. And if you did, subscribe to my channel, share this video with a friend, and I'll see you again next week.